Okay, let's do question number 5. So we need to find all angles between the range of 0 and 360 degrees. So we focus on the question now. Here we are finding from sine x and sine x minus 120 degrees. So we need to know the range. So the first range that we are finding for is x. So since we know that this one given to us, they tell us to find the range between this. So this will be the range for x. Okay, but for x minus 120 degrees, so in order to find the range, what we need to do is just to substitute the lower limit, the value of 0, into the x. So 0 minus 120 degrees is equals to negative 120 degrees. Similarly, 360 degrees minus 120 degrees is equals to 240 degrees. So this is the range we are finding for. Okay, so now the next thing we need to do is to find the to solve for the basic angle. So for this case, since sine x, so sine x minus 120 degrees is equals to 0, this one is like saying that it's like 0 product. If this multiplied by this one here equals to 0, so 0 product tells me that I can write it as sine x is equals to 0 or cosine x minus 120 degrees is equals to 0. Okay, so now once we are at the form whereby it's sine something, tangent cosine something equals to 0, right? We can actually just find the basic angle first. So in order to find the basic angle or reference angle, we'll just write reference angle is equals to sine inverse of 0. And what do you get for sine inverse 0? So press your calculator, second function, sine 0, and you get 0 degree. So my reference angle is 0 degree. Okay, and with that we also find for the reference angle of the one at the left, the right. So similarly, we'll just do second function cosine and 0, and the reference angle is 90 degree. So we just write it as 90 degree here. So now here we have already found the reference angle. Okay, so the next thing we need to do, we need to do our ASTC. So based on this ASTC, so what we are doing will be the same. We want to find, okay, we will treat 0 as positive. So for sine to be positive, which quadrant should it be? Okay, remember first quadrant and your second quadrant. Okay, since we are here already, we might as well also do the ASTC for cosine x minus 120 degree. So similarly, in order for cosine to be positive, 0 positive, it will be in which quadrant? First and fourth quadrant. Okay, so knowing this, we'll continue to do. So it means to say that my x degree is actually equals to the first and the second quadrant here. Okay, so first quadrant, like what we see here, first quadrant means to say that this is just the reference angle. For second quadrant, it will be 180 minus the reference angle. Similarly, I will complete the one for the right hand side. So fourth quadrant, it will be 360 minus the reference angle. So now let's continue to do. Okay, so for x, it's just equals to the reference angle 0 degree. And for second quadrant, it's just 180 minus 0, which gives me 180 degree. Okay, for this case now, we need to check the range. Okay, we want to see whether, in order for us to get sine x equals 0, whether we will consider another cycle. Okay, to get another cycle, it simply means that, okay, if I have, this is just a side working, if I have an angle here called theta, to get back this same angle here, to get back this same range, this part, okay, how do I actually get it? Get another cycle of it. What do I add? I can just add 360 degree to get back the same cycle here. Okay, so in order to consider the next cycle, either I will plus a 360 degree. To consider the cycle before this cycle, I can actually do a reverse. I'll just show you from here. Reverse means to say I can actually go from here to back to this angle here, which is minus of 360 degree. So now looking at the first part answer here, okay, 0 degree. I can consider another cycle to see whether it's within the range. If I add 360 to 0 degree, what do you get? It's 360 degree. Is 360 degree within the range stated? It is. So another answer here will still be 360 degree if I consider another cycle. So for second quadrant, can I consider the second cycle or the cycle before that? You will see 180 plus 360 is way above the range. Similarly, 118 minus 360, you will get a range that is out of the range again. It will be less than 0. Okay, now let's try for the right hand side. So now I have x minus 120 degree. This one is first quadrant and fourth quadrant here. Okay, so my answer will be, first quadrant will just be 90 degree. And for the fourth quadrant, I'll just take 360 minus 90, you get 270 degree. Okay, remember the range that we're working with is negative 120 to 240. So I need to see for the first quadrant whether I can do a reverse cycle or cycle before that. So later. So here, if I take 90 degree, I consider a cycle before this cycle. I take a reverse cycle, minus 360. You will see that the answer is negative 270. Do you think negative 270 is within the range of negative 120 to 240? Since it's not, this is not one of my answers that I want. Okay, so what if I add a cycle that is after that? Is 450 degree within the range of negative 120 to 240? So it's not again. So meaning to say, for first quadrant, my answer is just 90 degree. Okay, now let's try for 270 degree. Let's consider the cycle before 270, the reverse cycle. So I'll just minus 360 degree. Here I get negative 90. Is negative 90 within the range of negative 120 to 240? It is, right? So therefore, one of the answer is negative 90 degree. Okay, so next thing, let's consider the cycle that is after one cycle forward cycle. So it will be plus 360 and you will get 630, which is obviously out of the range. So here I will have just these three answers for x minus 120 degree. Of course, am I solving for x minus 120? We are always solving for the unknown, and the unknown is x. So in order to find x, I just need to add 120 to the answer. So 90 minus 120, we will just get 210 degree. 270, you realize that this is also out of the range, right? So usually we just check the range first so we can recheck the answer first. Okay, and so I don't need to bother about that. Next one, negative 90 plus 120 degree, you will just get back the answer 30 degree. So sorry, I wrote it in the wrong part. It's negative 90 degree. Okay, so with this, right, I have the final answer. So the final one is just to arrange the answer in ascending order. So you'll get 0 degree, 30 degree, 180 degree, 210 degree, and 360 degree. And that will give you the final answer. Okay, is this difficult? Okay, now try on your own to do question 6. Okay, and I'll go through the answers later.